guys, it's Jess from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with some anticipated releases for the rest of 2020. These are all romance releases, and I will say I'm sitting down to film 3 videos, so I'm not changing in between them. I don't have time for that. So I hope you guys appreciate this gorgeous top I have because I'm wearing it in the next 3 videos. Just to warn you. But I have a huge list of releases that are coming out over the next 3 months. Most of them are October releases. I had a hard time finding lists of November and December releases on Goodreads, and I chose the ones that I know are coming out that I'm excited for. So a lot of them are just coming up soon, which I'm excited for. And I do have some ARCs or e-ARCs of these, but I'm not holding anything up, which is going to be annoying to editing me, but I just want to sit down and talk about some books. The first book I have is How to Catch a Queen by Alyssa Cole. This comes out on December 1st. I'm obsessed with this cover, and it's the beginning of a new series, which I'm really excited for, and this one is an arranged marriage with a king and a woman who becomes his queen. They have an undeniable chemistry, but I do think that it's hard for her because it says that the kingdom views her as an outsider, so I think she's got to like earn some respect maybe. I'm excited for this. I love Alyssa Cole's Reluctant Royal series, and this one is called her Runaway Royal series, so this is exciting. Then we have A Duchess a Day by Charis Michaels. This one I found while I was looking on NetGalley, and the author reached out and asked if I wanted a copy, and I was just freaking out. And this one is, I believe, inspired by fairy tales. The cover's very fairy tale inspired looking, and our main character has to go and marry someone, and she needs to be escorted on her way there. So it's a guy, like a hunter, yes, is gonna escort her, and they end up falling in love together, and I think he's had a past of escorting before and it didn't end well, and so I think he's like maybe grumpy. I don't know, but he's pretty much her bodyguard. So this is a historical bodyguard romance, and I'm here for it. This comes out on November 10th. This next one I found on Goodreads, and I've already ordered the paperback. It comes out really soon. It's September 28th. These are not in order, I apologize, but I'm just going how I am on my list. And so this one is Love in the Wild by Emma Castle. I've never read this author before, but this cover is stunning, and it's a Tarzan romance. So I believe it's just a Tarzan retelling, and you know Tarzan, so there's no need to explain the plot, but the cover is absolutely stunning. The paperback was $10 on Amazon, so I went ahead and ordered it so I could take some pretty pictures and then read it and hopefully love it. I'm really excited for this. It comes out in like a couple of days, so it's almost here. Okay, so the next one, I never read the synopsis. I just love Alexa Martin, so Snapped's coming out October 20th. I have an e-ARC and I'm freaking out. This cover is absolutely stunning, and it's about Elliot, who is the strategic communications manager for the Denver Mustangs, which is the football team for this whole series, and the quarterback is one of the first players on their team to take a knee during the national anthem, and so she is then assigned to him to manage him, and I think manage his image and deal with how the media is going to portray him after that. And so I believe they fall in love, and I'm very excited. Oh, and a rocky initial meeting leads to more tension between them, so I don't know if it's like enemies to lovers. Very timely with what's happening with the NFL and football in general right now, and I love how Alexa Martin's books do comment on football. Like previous ones have commented on the concussion controversy going on in football as well, so I cannot wait for this. I love her so much and I love her books, so this is gonna be really good. Okay, the next one is Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. This comes out October 6th. I have an e-ARC of this as well, and I'm very, very, very excited for it. This has to do with fan fiction, and it's a little hard to explain, so I'm gonna be looking at this while I explain it. So Marcus is a huge actor for the biggest TV show Gods of the Gates. He actually, I think, posts fan fiction of his own character, and then our heroine, who is April, she loves Lavinia, which is I think the fan fiction, and she's hidden her fan fiction from her real life friends, and then she does a Twitter post that goes viral, and people make fun of her because she is plus sized, and then the guy actually asks her on a date, and I guess it goes horribly, but then they start dating. Sounds very cute. I love this cover as well. Olivia Dade is an author that I've been dying to read. I do own 40 Love, I think is what that book is called, and I'm very excited to read that too, but I need to read this soon, and I'm going to read it very soon. The next one is Crazy Stupid Romance by Alyssa K. Adams. This comes out October 27th, and this is about Alexis, who is a cat cafe owner, which is really awesome, and Noah, who is a hacker, and he is her best friend, and he's like secretly been in love with her this whole time, and she was a character in the second book. I loved book 1, was not a fan of book 2, so I have high hopes for book 3. Hopefully we can get back at it because this cover is also very gorgeous. I love the color scheme she chose, well, the publishers chose, and it sounds cute. I love a friends to lovers romance. She needs his help, I think, because this woman ends up saying like she's her sister or something. She needs to figure out if she is. So, oh, and Noah's in the book club, so it's gonna be so good. I'm excited. Then, tell me if I'm wrong, but this says Famine comes out October 1st by Laura Thalassa. I don't know if that's right or not. Laura Thalassa, I think, has already pushed back the release once, but I don't know if this is actually coming out October 1st. If it is, that's like next week. So we will see if Famine actually comes out. These are post-apocalyptic romances with the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So we had Pestilence in book 1, War in book 2, and now Famine in book 3, and I'm still only halfway through War. I picked it up when it came out and then stopped reading it. So it's not that I didn't like it, but I had other things to read and I just never got back to it. I have to finish that, but we'll see if Famine's actually coming out then. That's what Goodreads says. The next one is Brother Song by TJ Klune. This comes out October 13th, which is really soon. And I don't want to look too much into the synopsis since I've only read book 1 and this is book 4 in the series. It's Carter and Gavin's romance, and that's all I want to look at because I don't know if I'm even spoiled by just even saying it's Carter and Gavin because I don't even remember who Gavin is. But I don't even think I remember who Carter is because I read Wolf Song back in December and I really need to catch up on the series. I just feel like they're going to be so good that I don't want them to be over yet. So I do need to read those 2 this year and then go into this one. But they're werewolf romances and they're amazing. At least book 1 was amazing. So I'm excited book 4 is coming out so I can binge all of them. The next one is The Boy Toy by Nicola Marsh, and this comes out November 17th. It is about a 37-year-old, I believe she's a lawyer, I think she's an attorney, and it says she has an LA practice, so I'm assuming she's an attorney, and she's from Australia, so she decides to go home, and she still resents her meddling Indian mother for arranging her marriage to a man who didn't stick around when the going got tough. So she ends up hooking up with a stunt man in Australia and having a fling with him, and then I think it like turns into something more. This sounds so good, though it does have an average of a 3.5 rating right now, but it only has 37 reviews, so I'm hoping those aren't real. I don't know, because then the ones that show up are 5 and 4-star reviews, so hopefully it's good. Then I'm really excited for Off Limits Attraction by JC Lee. This one comes out on December 1st. The cover recently dropped and it's gorgeous. I read book 1 in this series and it was really good, and I guess this one's a workplace romance, and that's all I know. Harlequins, typically just knowing like the trope going in is all you need to know, and so they are part of like a fashion empire too, and I'm very excited. I really enjoyed book 1, was a marriage of convenience, so I need to read book 2 soon, and this is coming out in December. The next one I found because I found it on a list on Goodreads and the cover was gorgeous, and that is When the Stars Fall by Emery Rose. This one comes out October 19th, and this is a kind of friends to lovers to second chance romance, and so I guess they're best friends, and then by the time they're 18 they're madly in love, and I think he goes off to the military, and then when he comes home it says the man I'd fallen in love with was gone and in his place was someone I no longer recognized, and then he left and said like, I'm sorry, I can't do this, and then 6 years later he's back. So sounds very emotional. I'm very excited for this. The cover's gorgeous. I haven't read this author before, so it seems like I'm gonna give this author a chance and read this book in October. The next one is Fragile Longing by Cora Riley. This comes out September 30th, so really soon, and Cora Riley writes dark romances, and I guess our main character's sister was engaged to this man, and she ran off with someone, so now our main character is stuck to like take her sister's place to marry this guy. Oh, and it says she can't stop longing for the love of the man she's been crushing on, even when he was still her sister's. And then it says he's a man who knows what he wants, power, respect. I don't know if this is a mafia romance, but I'm excited. The next one is another Harlequin, and that is Vows in Name Only by Naima Simone. This is out on November 10th, and this one is a marriage of convenience, and they're both being blackmailed by the heroine's father to marry each other. But they don't tell each other they're both being blackmailed. So Sounds really good. I love a dramatic Harlequin, so I can't wait for this. The next one's My Last Duchess by Eloisa James. This comes out October 27th, and this is the prequel to the Wild series, which I haven't read, but this sounds really good because it's the parents of all the kids in the Wild series, and I guess the guy really likes the girl when he first sees her, and she's like, no thank you, and like walks away back to her carriage. He's like, okay, so he goes to try to find someone else to court, and then sees her again, realizes she's the one for him, and he pursues her. So it sounds really fun, and I'm excited to read this and then go and read the rest of the Wild series. The next one sounds ridiculously amazing. It is Love is a Rogue by Lenora Bell. This is also out October 27th, and they are a wallflower romances. This is the first in the new series, and our main character wants to work on her etymological dictionary, and she's in a gothic mansion of her brother. She doesn't want to get married, and then it needs updated, so it's like under renovation. It says, how can she work with the annoyingly arrogant and too handsome rogue swinging a hammer nearby? It definitely reminds me of like a Tessa Dare novel, so I cannot wait to read this. The next one comes out October 6th, and it is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. This one is interesting. I don't know if I'll like it or not. It's a holiday romance, but it's like Groundhog's Day, and so it's her last holiday at this cabin in Utah with her family that they've gone to since she was little, and I don't know if it's like going away or something, but it's the last time they'll ever go there, and I guess she like replays the same day over and over again. She's not happy with her life, her job, but it's a Christmas romance, and it has over 4-star rating right now. So I'm hoping this is like a redeeming Christina Lauren book because I have not enjoyed their last two. So hopefully this is a good one. And the last one I have is Layla by Colleen Hoover. This one's out December 8th. It's paranormal, I believe. I don't know if it's like a ghost story. I go into all of Colleen Hoover's books not knowing anything though, so I'm not going to look at the synopsis. I don't want to look at the synopsis. I like not knowing anything. So I'm pretty sure though this is like her ghost supernatural kind of book. So I don't even know if it's a romance, but I can't wait for this. And those are some releases I'm very excited for that are romance releases coming out for the rest of 2020. Let me know down below your most anticipated romance releases. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.